hectic for me, if you guys didn't know already. I've got Robert, my friend in California, who is actually running the back end of the Zoom today because I tried to get things set up in, I don't know, like 45 minutes. And apparently this stuff takes a little longer than that. So, learning experience for sure on my Friday. It was the first thing I learned today. And every day it's good to learn one thing at least. Robert's going to go through it with me again for Monday because I'm going to be back Monday and Tuesday. Ooh, Tuesday, maybe not. Well, Monday for sure. And hopefully we'll have a little more dialed in. But anyway, today, you guys, so much is going on in our world. I don't know. You can just turn on anything at any moment. Usually there's news running 24/7, of course, but it's usually just random propaganda and not a lot of actual content about what's happening in our world today. And so we're going to go through some of yesterday's happening with Doge. If you guys are aware, Elon Musk has been placed in charge of cutting the spending in our government to the tune of, I think he's looking at 4 billion right now instead of the 2 billion he anticipated finding, which I think he found in like a minute. And now it's just going through the other line items, and he'll probably be at 10 million before next week, if I had to guess. So we're going to go through some of that because they keep telling us what we're doing to harm all the other countries, the Dems are, and they don't really take in consideration how they're harming us with our own agencies, which is really what's happening ultimately. And that money is probably never reaching those countries anyway, to tell you the truth. I mean, if I had to guess, I can't wait to see a report come out in another few months. But if I had to guess, somebody's getting rich. Certainly not us. We still pay our taxes. Those of us who still subscribe to that do. I actually get refunds, so I don't mind filing because they always have to pay me, single mom and all. And I take the money back. It's fine. I'll take it if they're sending out checks. Why not, right? Who's saying no to a check? But so I guess let's bring Jim in right now because he's kind of pacing. I don't know if you can see him or not. I can see him. So I don't know if you can see him or not.
I
But
don't know if you can see me or not. I can see me. Can you see you? I can
I
see
can see you.
myself. I'm just
So Jim Price, welcome to the
kidding.
Jim Price Daily Update Show today on Friday.
Oh, it is such an honor to be a part of the Jim Price Show. Thank you so much for having me on. This is
So
great.
glad
Such,
to have
such a great experience. Thank you. Oh, it's awesome. Thank you.
you. Not, yeah, it's
So,
like,
thank you for opening that. That's a good intro.
was it?
You did good
Oh,
though. I think that was good. Yeah, no, you were fine. Not a problem. So,
getting real
how
time
am I? Am I
feedback.
still volume good?
Volume
Huh?
good. Volume good. You're right in
Okay.
the middle.
All
Yeah,
right.
scroll. So you're in LA. I know you got there some random time in the middle of the night or this morning
Oh,
at
this morning. Yeah, yeah.
4:30.
Well,
Yeah.
it's specific times, so it's like I'm really off on my time zones right now. My body is really not doing well. Plus, I
No
stayed up all
kidding.
night, and so yeah, it was good.
Right?
But this is here's fresh mouth and my chronic silver,
Oh, right.
and I will have my stuff here on the end of this table with the mushrooms. So
Okay.
just give me a little bit
Let's
of
see how
tour.
big it's
Hey,
too
you
big
were
for you.
talking. Okay, this is just one room. There
Okay.
are four other rooms. So
Oh, so
that's
big.
just the vendors and the people that will be providing services. So there's was it 50 speakers? So they have breakout rooms for speakers. So you'll have individual things that everyone's going to be talking about. Some people that you really know. I was really surprised how many people that from Ancient Aliens and others that are part of things that will be here speaking and talking about their process of healing and spirituality. So it'll be really cool.
But you're assuming that I know all these people. So I don't. I don't even know who the people you just mentioned are.
Okay,
So
well,
remember, hey, under the rock living over here
uh,
in Arizona.
uh,
So you
so
know.
these people here, actually, so this is the book. Is this the book? No, that's not the book. This is a book. That is a book. Here's the. This is okay. This is how big an event is. This is the event flyer. Look at it. It's a book.
The book,
So this is the event flyer. Look,
the
that's it.
flyer
It's a
book,
book. This is the
the
event flyer.
magazine.
This is yeah. So then you have in here. You have all the different people that'll be speaking. You got all this, but this is like not like a like hey, there's three
Wow.
people you might want to see. This is days of great one-on-one lectures, all
Who's
kinds of
speaking
cool
that I
stuff.
would know? Are frontline doctors there?
Uh no. This is going to be well, yeah, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny's going to be here.
She's the one I,
George, yeah, right here, see her.
okay, yep, got it.
And
Oh,
then
I've
George, you know George Norrie. A lot of people know who that guy
heard of,
is.
heard of.
Um, Linda, Linda Malta, she's a big ancient aliens lady. She'll be here. She'll be
Okay,
speaking. Bashir, anybody know who Bashir is? So Bashir is a guy who is very popular among those who believe in extraterrestrials, believe in connecting with other um, realms, and saying that there may be parallel timelines. And he does a lot of what they would consider to be channeling or bringing in the messages that he has and letting you do with what you want. So I've seen a few of his
okay,
videos; they're fairly interesting. So he'll be here as well. People that kind of know who he is will understand what I mean by his information he gives away. Um,
great.
here's another one of the rooms. So this one doesn't have partitions, but these will all be vendors and people will be providing services. Last year, I think they had 22,000. That's right, something like that. It's supposed to be bigger this year.
Of
So
just
these
vendors?
hallways tomorrow will just be
Of just
packed
vendors.
with people. Yeah.
22,000 to
No people.
people,
That's
people,
just
people. So it's like an
it's
AmFest. We were
people.
doing
Yeah,
AmFest
yeah,
together in December here in Phoenix. We had 30,000 a day at the Phoenix Convention Center, and that's every day for 4 days from all across the
yeah.
nation. I'm sure it's a similar situation. They come in from everywhere. And are you going to get to
Yeah.
be running around experiencing the actual event, or are you going to be at the table the whole time?
Well, the mushroom sales will always ebb and flow. So I'll try to, make a few dollars selling some mushrooms at sillygnome.com. And
Yes,
then when we go
ILLY.
in,
Yes.
but I will want to go around and interview and talk with other people as well as this event goes on. Now, it's going to be 3 days. So you got Friday, we got today. Oh, wait, what's today? Today's Thursday. You said Friday on the date.
This
Today's Thursday,
Friday.
isn't it? Or is today Friday? Ah,
Oh,
I tell
Thursday.
you what,
Oh, dang.
the traveling
So
is really bad.
your
Look at this amethyst.
traveling is messing me up
Look
with
at
my
that.
time zones. Yeah.
Look how big that.
With
I
amethyst.
know.
It's my birthstone, by the way. That's an
I'm screwed up
amethyst.
too. So
That's
that
an
was a,
amethyst. That's for February, the month of
yeah,
February. Birth date.
it's on
I'm,
display.
I'm amethyst. That's my birthstone.
Oh, you have a birthday.
Yeah, it's the
Uh-oh.
20th if you're buying me anything. It's on February 20th if you need to get the package out in the mail on time.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gonna,
yeah, yeah. Let me,
you're gonna send
20th.
it by
Let me
the
write that
15th.
down.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
15th is the latest to get to Arizona on time. But if you get me something in LA,
Right.
it's like days. You should be able to just send it right from there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see how you're putting in requests for purchases, but I don't think the Jim Price show has a budget for that right now.
You
So,
know, just to
no.
tweak it. Where's Edward? I want
So,
to see Edward on the live stream. So I'm on the Jim Price show on Facebook, and there is one other person but
yeah.
you, me, and Robert. I don't know who it is, but maybe you can text. Is there any, you can't text him now because you're on Zoom with me, darn it. I don't know how to get Edward Quinn on here.
Actually, well, yeah, because it would change my well, he doesn't usually come on live. He usually just moderates the comments for me. So,
But
but
yeah,
there's
I
the
mean,
lobby.
in the comments. I'd like love to see
Huh?
Edward in the comments. I'd love to see Edward in the comments
Oh,
today. Yeah.
go to Facebook and he always comments on the Jim Price show on Facebook.
I
So that's where he's
am on Facebook. I'm on your Facebook. I'm on, oh,
right.
wait, there's Kevin Stevens or Jimmy
Yeah,
Olsen on
right.
location. It's Kevin Stevens.
Yeah.
Kevin, hi.
Kevin Stevens. Kevin's good guy. He's always there. Say good say hi to see. Hi,
So good,
Stevens.
Kevin.
What's up,
So
buddy?
Kevin, since you're one of our viewers today, and this is new for me, you're going to be my in-house critique master. So you can just go ahead. You tell me no, yes, more of that, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Feed me feedback. Oh, hey, love the outfit. Somebody just flew in on Pan
they're
Am.
they're like they're yeah, amazing. Look at that.
Is that Pan
Ah.
Am? It's not
I think
United.
it's Emirates. I think it's Emirates.
Ooh,
United
that's a good
Emirates.
high dollar. Nice
Are you guys?
uniforms.
Are you United or Emirates? You Emirates? Who do you fly for? Qatar. Oh, Qatar. Sorry, way better than
Oh,
Emirates.
the
Very
Qataris,
good.
they have the nice uniform.
Woo!
Sure,
They have the
they don't,
nice planes. Oh,
yeah, they spend all their money for sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
So,
and Karen Garrison, good afternoon, Jim. And Karen,
yep,
hi on
she's
the
up
web,
in Salina. Hey,
Patriotism
Karen.
on the
Hey.
7. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining me today. Jim handed over the reins, which, by the way, Jim, if I haven't done so, I know you mentioned it last night on a phone call,
Yeah.
but thank you very much. I want to thank Jim because I don't think he's ever done this before. Have you handed over your show?
No, I have not.
Ever, ever in the history
No,
of the
I have
Unicorn
not.
Chef.
That is
So
no.
I have been bestowed this
No.
awesome power and responsibility
Uh-huh.
on his behalf, and he is trusting me wholeheartedly. So let's
All
hope this
right.
goes better than the first 6 minutes when we weren't actually on air yet because I
Okay.
had IT issues. Hey there.
We're live right now, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. So hey guys,
Yeah.
hey guys.
So, hey
Yeah.
girls. So it looks
So
like it's going to be a fun event
yeah.
with lots
Yeah, yeah.
happening. I
Oh,
know
it's gonna
tonight
be great.
you have the night off
Hmm?
tonight. You can relax. You have the night off tonight. You can relax before it starts tomorrow. And
Right?
mini pyramids.
Look how cool this is.
What
Geometric
is it?
shapes, awesome with the crystals in it. It's copper and it's all the geometric shapes. So this is a amplifier of energy right here. Each one of these will bring in a frequency to you. So they're very
So like
special in the way that they can aid your plants, they can aid your body. Yeah, they can align you.
where is the
People
frequency
sleep
coming
in
from?
pyramids.
Oh,
Well, the
yeah.
frequency is all around you. Energy is all around you. It's always around you. So what you do is you use those pyramids. People actually put them over their beds. They sleep in there. They meditate under there because it actually helps you focus and bring your energy back to center.
But
So
those
it's
little
really
teeny
cool.
ones would be hard to get under.
But see, this is well, you got to be a little person. That's for the little people. Are you a little people? You know, are you a little people divergent? You don't like little people?
Rubber,
So this is copper, the copper bracelet, the copper ring,
copper
this
conduct.
is that's what copper's about, right?
Yeah. So
Yes. Copper
Kevin's
creates
saying,
its own frequency of healing and all that stuff is really good.
right. So Kevin is mentioning, which he's not kidding either. We are reclaiming our country powered by the Holy Spirit. Amen. We
Yeah.
certainly are. It's been a whirlwind of 14 plus 3 days, 17 days. So since Trump, God bless him for coming back in and being strong enough to endure all these last 4 years on our behalf to actually come back in the office and take control of a country that was like flailing and just really running off the rails. Probably more than we even know. The Doge accountability team will let us know how
Oops.
bad we're derailed
All right.
shortly, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty significant when we figure it out. And all the money that we were talking about earlier that they've been taking back, reclaiming for our
Yeah.
country and our citizens. I think we're going to be there. Oh, I just put Kevin's. Oh, I put a different Kevin in there. Sorry, Kevin. Bad me. Hey, you know
Hey,
what? This
did you see the
Kevin
audio
Allen. I put
clip from
Kevin
this morning?
Allen. Wait, I put Kevin Allen in there. I want to put Kevin Allen in there. Maybe Kevin Allen will come on. You know Kevin Allen over in Connecticut or Massachusetts,
Sounds
somewhere
like
far away. You know, I think you
no.
know him. Anyway, I'm
I probably
our
know
Kevin.
him, but I just yeah.
Amen to that, Karen says. So to Kevin. So
So did you see the statement this morning with Politico? Did you see what he did to Politico in his live commentary this morning?
I have
So he
not
had
seen
that announcement.
what happened.
Yeah. So he does his live, he's doing this live speech, right? And then he goes, and then, we found out that, that they were, USA ID was giving money to Politico. And he goes, well, we turned that off. And he goes, oh, I see Politico there. Well, I hope you enjoy the breakfast.
I did hear
Because you don't have a
yesterday
job. They can't
they
make
cut their
payroll.
yeah, they cut their scholarship funding or whatever they call it. Their membership subscription. I don't know what they call it. They have
Yeah.
names for
No, they can't.
it.
They can't make payroll now. Politico would put out their own report that they can't make payroll for their people unless they get the government money.
Mhm. So feels so bad.
Wah.
Well, if they were to get
Yeah, nobody
their
cares.
order and not steal other people's money to do it through our government, they probably would never have this problem to begin with. So that's really on them to definitely
Oh,
clean that.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
lesson learned, everyone. Trump is in town. America's back. Everybody's going to have to abide by actual law and order rules, statutes that have been on the books forever. And he's just going to remind you what
Yeah.
they are. Slow roll them out Well, slow roll them. Actually, it's gonna lightning fast roll them. But we're gonna be going through every single day new rules and laws that he's gonna remind people of that have been breaking them
Yeah.
for years and years and years on our behalf. So I can't wait to
Did you
see the
see
next
that Vindman's brother tried to get into one of the federal buildings? He tried to get into. So Vindman brother, remember Vindman? He was the
Colonel
Ukrainian
Vindman.
phone call whistleblower.
I sure
Yeah,
do.
he's a liar. Well, his
Right?
brother was trying to get in the building. He was stopped by federal officers because he was trying to get in the building forcefully.
Oh,
So
really?
that happened. Yeah, that happened
Wow.
this morning. These
Is
these
his
rats are showing themselves. So they're really showing who they are.
is his brother of any significant in the government? Does he have a agency position, or is he in any sort of? Can he get in the
Well, he was
building
trying to
with?
get in the U.S. He had USAID credentials, is what I understood. So he was
Oh,
trying, but he was like he felt like he was had the authority to go in without their permission.
oh, of course, because they don't
Entitlement.
need. Well, this is the
Yeah.
problem. They've been running rogue for 7, 8 years, or well, I guess 6 years.
Right.
Probably when year two they were doing it. He just didn't know.
Oh,
Uh,
20 years. 20 years. They were in the
Now they're
bushes. Bush
yeah,
started this.
they're so used to just
Yeah.
running
But
roughshod over our government that they just think that they're so entitled. It's really sad, really is.
yeah.
So,
How
but you know what?
dare you take away our democracy?
Well, the new sheriff in
They're
town.
not a
So luckily,
democracy.
yeah. Oh, Eugene Vindman. He retires as colonel. That's the brother.
Right.
Must Alexander's the liar who testified in
Right.
front of Congress and
Yep.
lied in testimony to our faces on TV. I watched that whole debacle a couple years
Yeah.
ago, and didn't get nothing happened to that guy. He's not. He didn't
Well,
get he didn't get
that
pardoned, did
was
he?
no, he didn't. But that's part of the cool kids club, right? We always take care of our own first. I mean,
Didn't
I
Vindman
get it, but
running? Isn't he running for something? Vindman wants to run for something. He's running for an office or
oh, the brother
something.
is?
Yeah,
Hmm.
the Alexander who testified, he was trying to, yeah, he was running for something at the end of last year. He filed a lawsuit over retaliation.
Right.
Oh, that was a while ago. Okay, anyway, you know what we're gonna do? Anyway, good. Time's a ticking.
Yeah.
That works. So what we're gonna do, hey
Go.
Robert, I know you're with us back there. Can you bring me up? We're gonna just kind of review a little bit of what's been happening because Carolyn Levitt, amazing 27-year-old new press secretary, love this girl. Not only she's not a girl,
Oh
she's for
yeah.
she's a
Yeah.
mom also. So I don't know how she's doing it because I was a mom. My kids are grown in their adulthood now, but I did it. I was a single mom for 20
Right.
years and I worked for a living, couple jobs, but running the White House press group every day with all the information coming in at rapid fire. And she doesn't have a binder. If you didn't notice, she has a couple pieces of paper
Yeah.
on her podium today. And honestly, you know what the pieces of paper were the other day? They were the lists of USAID, what they were doing. They weren't even like notes. They were just the list of corruption
Right.
spending. This woman doesn't even need notes. Like that's how highly intelligent she is. So when they say back in the day, oh, Trump hates women,
Oh
surrounds
yeah.
himself with dummies or none at all. Yeah. So to you guys who thought that was true or
Right.
said it was true, obviously it's the opposite because he has such a hard, strong core team of women around him, really already with Christine being sworn in. And now Pam Bondi yesterday was on the Bible.
Yeah.
So I think that this is going to get debunked pretty quickly. I know they'll keep saying it, but nobody's going to be listening anymore.
Right.
So, Robert, can you tell me, are we
Well,
still on? So I don't know where we're at.
well,
Robert, I'm on.
Bundy said we're going to release the Epstein's list too. So
Yes, I saw that.
remember that
So people
Epstein's list is coming out, which we already
supposedly,
have it. I don't understand why this is a thing.
do
Why
we
is
have it?
it that when they release it, it becomes real, but we time? We've always had the Epstein list. That's why we
We
knew
never.
Roberts, the Supreme Court justice, was in there.
Right. So by the way, I'm just so you know what's happening, Jim. I'm watching on Facebook just to see what's going on. Um, I'm still just
Huh?
on you talking to the Qatari stewardess, like on
Okay.
live. That's what's happening live. So I don't know why it's like a 10-minute lag.
Okay.
Okay, see. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Oh,
Well,
here we go. Oh, thank
refresh
you,
your
Robert.
screen.
Wait, it's okay. Robert just did it for me. So, I love this guy. I'm telling you what, this guy, you guys, who I barely know. I mean, I know him now. We've spent like 35, 45, 60 hours on the phone in the last couple of months together, helping me for AmFest. But this guy is like salt of the earth.
Right.
He's amazing. You really need to work with him. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just start from the top. Here's just a few.
I
You
will.
may, you do? Yeah, you will. So a lot of this is similar stuff to all the different countries. One thing I was thought was hilarious, the transgender opera in Colombia for that's only 47,000. That's only thousand. That's only $50,000. Okay, that doesn't seem outrageous for an opera production. But how about the 2 million in Guatemala for the LGBT activism for sex changes? But it for sex changes and activism. So I don't know.
Right.
I want 2 million. I'll be an activist for 2 million all day long. Send me that money. Jim's an activist naturally. I'm not really an activist. I'm more of an activator. So,
Yeah.
but for 2 million, I'll say anything you want on
I
camera.
didn't think of myself as an activist. It, is there a T-shirt that comes with being an activist, or do I get like an ID, or how does that work?
I don't know.
I
Just
don't
put the
know.
badge on.
Asking.
First, you're an activist, and then go chant really loudly with this big sign, with a big sign that says some BS stuff that's just propaganda that isn't true. So we have a
Right.
lot of things here. Tourism in Egypt. Now, Egypt is a beautiful country. My mom visited there in the 60s. She actually was at an event with President Nasser back then. Got the picture to prove it. And
Right.
she toured all over Egypt when it was beautiful and pristine and safe. And but they're getting six million to fund tourism. Now, I'm not sure how that is checked up on and if it really goes to tourism, if they're handing it out to the people getting off the buses, looking at the pyramids for lunch, like little stipend for the
No,
day.
what it is, these are grants. Yeah, grants are just money they give to you without verification. So there's never a check back. There's never a check on to
That's
see where the money went.
right.
It just
There
goes.
is
Bye.
never.
Merry Christmas.
But so
50.
somebody in
Yeah.
Egypt is getting rich. So we've got this is a good one, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, undesignated dollars for nonprofit linked to designated terrorist organizations, even after capitalized after an inspector general launched an investigation. So they're just like, whatever, we don't launch away. Investigation is investigation. We're like, who cares? You guys aren't going to find anything. We bury everything super deep. You'll never find the files and the files and the folders and the files in the back of the USB drive that somebody took home with them off property illegally
Right.
in the building that's secure. Um, so yeah. So hey, but we have it here now. So we're going to find out what that dollar amount is. Hundreds of thousands, probably millions. But EcoHealth Alliance. So somebody brought that up. They were involved in the research of the Wuhan lab. I know you have a lot to say about that. Millions undesignated so far. It's probably what 100 million. I don't know, 80 million. It's got to be a lot of
Oh yeah.
millions. I mean, if they're
Yeah.
getting 60 million for tourism in Egypt, the EcoHealth Alliance is going to get more than 6 million. So maybe 20 million, 50 million, 100. I don't know, a lot.
Right.
But we got a
Oh,
lot of homeless
absolutely.
in Arizona who could use a couple million just to put them in
Right.
shelters for the 6 months. A million would probably cover that pretty handily. Um,
Well, what about that 50 million for the condoms to the Hamas in the Gaza Strip?
well, I mean, the
That's a
terrorists
lot of
need bombs.
condoms, man.
I know. Well, I mean, they need air devices to
They
put
need
up in.
bombs, but they don't need condoms, though.
Well, they need the condoms to make the bombs, don't you
Oh,
know?
they're going to use the condoms as a.
I mean, why wouldn't our government be helping fund
I
the
don't
terrorist
know.
option? I mean,
I
you know what
don't
I mean?
know that why you make condoms into bombs. I don't understand that. Like, there's other things to make bombs out of, and condoms is not my first go-to
Well, they
for bomb
float,
making material.
they're like a balloon. They float in the air. Did you not see? You could put the drones, you can tie them on with ribbon, and you can put like dirty bombs on them. You can put chemical stuff. You can, I don't know. I don't exactly know. I think it's interesting
I guess
though.
they're screwing you in two different ways. They're going to blow you up and with the condom, so they got you both ways. I don't know.
So
That's
you guys said
ridiculous.
that I did not, Patriot Mom 007 did not say that on camera, but it's his show, so he can say whatever he wants. But
What did I
yeah,
say that
so
was wrong?
screw
I
you
did
in
say
two
anything
ways.
wrong.
He said screw you in two
Well, yeah,
ways.
they
And
screw you two ways. They're blowing you up and using a condom. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you do the math.
I know it's so true. So I wonder how they must be like really crying in their lunch over their little lunch today, their falafel and stuff over there, being like, "Oh my gosh, darn it! They cut off our bomb making equipment. Now what are we going to do?" I mean, I guess they could just order balloons on Amazon. You can get condoms online, I'm sure. I mean, doesn't their Planned Parenthood pass them
Fifty
out for free?
million dollars, $50 million worth of condoms. That's a lot of condoms. Even if they were a
Infl
dollar a piece, that's 50 million of them.
you
That's a
not
lot
heard
of
of
bombs.
inflation? There's inflation. Condoms are inflated as well. And that is a double, yes, that was a pun. They're inflated as well.
That's
I
so
could say
stupid. I mean, that we're even talking about condoms
all the
it's just a,
time,
it's,
all we talk about now are feminine hygiene products because of Tim Waltz, okay? And we're not going to talk about it
mm,
because I just think it's inappropriate at all. I don't even think they need commercials. All the women in the world know exactly what you need to do from the time you're 13
yeah.
years old all up till you're 50. So that seems silly. And if I hear another guy talk about feminine hygiene products on the news channel, on actual real news, I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, really, please, can we stop calling him? Let's not call him names either. Like, let's pretend he doesn't exist. Can we do that? When do we stop talking about Kamala?
Oh,
She's back. They reignited her 60-minute interview last night. It's fully downloaded on YouTube. And
it's horrible.
I know, well, she's horrible, so that tracks. But I was gonna put some stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you didn't know I was
I'm
this
lis-
funny, did you? I've
oh,
been
you're
holding back
hilarious.
on my humor level all this time I've known you for all these years so that when you give me reins to your show, I can just like let loose and go. So good. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
fully in today. I hope Kevin and everyone else, oh, she dropped off. Anyway, I hope they find me as amusing. But
Oh no, they do. We're gonna treat you like we're gonna do Mexico and Canada. We're gonna put you on that 30-day probation period.
okay, it's gonna take me at least
It's
30 days
either you
to
do
pull
your
it
job
down.
or
So So
yeah,
how
it's
about
good.
this? How
So
about I haven't heard this one announced by Carolyn live. Hundreds of thousands of meals went to Al Qaeda affiliated fighters in Syria. Now, I am Syrian. Okay, my dad's from Syria, the country. It's by
hmm
Turkey, Lebanon. If you didn't know, it's not a Syria. Okay, it's Syrian. And
hmm
the Al Qaeda guys are bad in all the countries. I've been to Syria before the bombing started, and it was still beautiful. It
right.
was free country to move around in. I know they moved Assad out now, but tell you the truth, half the country likes Assad. Just like here with Trump and Biden, half the country always likes the leader. So we'll see how that rolls out. But Al Qaeda fighters are pretty much terrorists in all the countries if they're called Al Qaeda. So giving them meals seems inappropriate on so many levels. But the comic book
Right.
I always thought was funny in Peru for 32,000. Now, I could probably source a comic book
Well,
online.
there was a transgender opera in Ireland. They gave him like I don't know, it was like a couple 100,000 to do an Ireland
Oh,
transgender thing.
there was a DEI musical in Ireland for 70,000. Now,
Oh, okay.
70,000 for a musical production, that's not out of line, frankly, with costuming and lighting and set guys.
Right.
Sure, I can get behind seven, but why in Ireland? Why don't we just do, I don't know, productions here in America? We have theaters everywhere in every major city. I know we have at least eight
Well,
here in
because they
Arizona.
applied for it.
Oh, right, right, right.
Yeah.
I
But
think,
when you
oh,
apply for these grants, it doesn't matter where you're located on Earth. You could just get them. You can be in
that's right.
China, and China gets grants from us, and they're our enemy.
I
Wow.
know. Yeah, giving our
Right?
money to our enemies seems sort of counterproductive. So we don't have time for that
Yeah.
today. So Robert, how
Yeah.
about number two? Do we have anything else on our number two? Let's see if there's anything better on that. Number two, they're going after USAID. And I think it's funny too. I was noticing, which I'd heard of USAID for years, never really looked into them. But when you see their logo, everybody says USAID, USAID. That's all you hear, right? The whole name. US Agency for International Development, right? But it spells
Right.
US aid. So when we wonder what they're doing, they're like, I don't know what USAID does. I've never heard of it. That's what I hear. It's US aid. It's in the
Right.
name. they use other words to describe it,
Right.
international development, but they're basically telling you what they're doing is just giving aid out to literally helping hands for everybody around the world, which we do in so many other ways anyway without the USAID going out. So it seems like overkill a little bit to
Yeah.
me. But I think that everybody going after Musk these days is a good thing because you know when they're coming after you, well, you know they came after you right online and in the government and the FBI and all of them came after you. You know if they're coming after you on any
Oh
level
yeah.
that would probably target right, target rich. What did they say? Target
They're
rich.
showing their fear. Yeah, that when they're showing their fear, they're coming after you because they have to destroy what they fear. They can't handle that. Yeah, they fear you.
Exactly. And Robert, you didn't need to bring it up. Don't worry about it. I'm just looking at the other list right now. So institutional contractors they're funding, I don't know what this means, maybe you do. They're funding institutional contractors in gender development offices. So they're funding the contractors in these offices to the tune of $16 million. Sounds like a hefty salary to me, even split amongst how many contractors could
So those are
there
consultants. They're consultants in companies to show them how to perform DEI according to the government standards. So they're facilitating that in companies who ask for it.
seems like a
Yeah.
lot of money for anybody to do anything.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has DEI. Chick-fil-A
What?
has DEI, and they also have Tyson chicken. It's all full of antibiotics. So, oh yeah, your
Hmm.
Jesus chicken isn't what you think it is. So
Darn, Chick-fil-A
yeah, they have
is good.
DEI and hormones in their chicken.
What about Canes? Because recently I tried
I
Canes
know.
out here.
And
No, not good.
yeah, I
I
don't know.
heard
I haven't heard anything bad about them, but
it's
I haven't heard anything
amazing.
bad about Cane's.
Oh my God, this is the best chicken. It's so bad for you, I'm sure, because it's fried, but it is like, I don't know what they do. I don't even really eat fried chicken, but I tried it recently. It is like
Right.
addictive, 100%. 3 million in non-emergency funding to provide evaluation services, not even real services, just
Right.
evaluative services for planning and learning programs. So that seems vague. I'm not sure what that means, but it seems quite vague. There's a lot of vague words
It's
in
vague
there.
enough to get the money.
Non-emergency, and it's 3 million worth of non-emergency funds. So that's, I wonder what happens in an emergency. You get an automatic six probably. And then family planning in Latin
Well, if they
America,
gave me
$600,000.
$3 million, I could find something out that's an emergency to spend it on.
Oh, we could fund so much. Yeah, 600,000 in Latin America for family planning. And I would say that our family planning in America is somewhat poorly done. A lot of women having a lot of babies who, I mean, I'm a mom. I love kids. I think families are fantastic. Nuclear family all day long. I'm all about that. Husband, wife, the whole nine. Church on Sundays, dinners at the table.
Mhm.
Go for it. Love it. But we have our own problems here. We need to do a lot of education with our own young teens getting pregnant because we have those shows like Pregnancy Teen, where they make it look super glamorous to have a baby at, 9 years old. And it's not glamorous, guys. It's really hard work. So, so anyway, that's what's going on there. We've got a lot of waste going through our government. We have for years. Elon's going to root it out way more than I think he even suggested he could do. He's going to strip that thing down to nothing.
Right.
And they did actually, I had it up here. They just paused services at USAID offices and put everybody on administrative leave. So they're not even firing anybody yet. I mean, everybody's in an uproar. I mean, hey, put me on administrative leave with full salary. I don't know why everybody's complaining at this moment. Nothing's even happened, and they're getting paid, which kind of sounds like a win-win for
Yeah.
right now with budget, reallocations and looking into things. But then we also have the haters who love to vocalize their hatred on camera. And Robert, you want to just go all the way to YouTube for me with crazy ladies on screen, on parade, I guess. Crazy ladies on parade.
Let's give it
You're
up for
shitting me.
Representative
Crazy ladies
Frost!
on parade. Just Max, it's just a collage of all the
Next
crazy
up, we
ladies.
have
And
the
now I
wonderful
The
can
crazy
rate them.
ladies with
Representative.
their eyes all wide open. No, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, your
Sorry.
eyes are
So when they
green.
when they
Your eyes
you didn't
green.
know that?
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
No, that's a sign of crazy is when you can see all of the iris of the eye outside the eyelids. That's a thing. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, they well,
It's
they get crazy. So let's see. Oh, look. Oh, I just go to Facebook, then I can see it. Awesome. Wait, you know what I can do? He said I don't have my headphones on, I can't hear, but I have Facebook queued up, so I can totally hear. Yay! That's a workaround. I found a workaround. Awesome. Wait, you know what I can do? Oh, but I can hear myself.
It's going to be delayed. Yeah. So
Totally hear. Yeah. Well, I can't really
you'll
hear.
be all right.
It's okay. So we've got, and this
You
is
got to
a
get
new.
headphones.
I know, I do. I don't know. This seems so like intrusive on your head, but I'll figure out a way around that too somehow with the kind of ear thing. So this one, I don't know this one's name. She's new. She's been there going on 2 years now. She's gotten really vocal over the years. Pretty black girl. Um, one of the southern states. I usually know my congressman
Right.
actually. I almost know all of them from voice on TV. I actually can identify most of them. This one, I don't know her name, but she was on with Liz Warren, who of course we all are familiar with, Ilhan Omar, who I can't, I know you're a huge fan of Ilhan Omar, and you could love to have lunch or dinner with her
Hespala.
as soon as possible.
Hespala.
Please, if
Hespala.
you're listening,
Hate that
Ilhan, please
lady.
come to Price. He would love to host you on his show. An hour with you in 2025 would be the best guest ever.
Oh, it would be.
I might reach out. I'll
Yeah.
reach out to Ilhan Omar. I'll send her a .gov email and ask her.
There
Why
you go.
not? Why? Wouldn't you? Let's see how inclusive
Yeah.
she is. Think she'll include you? Probably not. No.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so you got
I'm the
these
wrong
ladies.
color.
You got these ladies. You have Chuck Schumer. And for those of you who saw the press conference yesterday, we're going to get more of this over 4 years. But when these gals go on, and I know this only from being a mom of two boys, when you're a woman and you get emotional and you get upset and frustrated, sometimes your voice goes higher and louder and I noticed yesterday, I didn't notice this before. I watch a lot of press conferences, but Liz Warren she's the worst. She starts at the highest range, the absolute highest range. And then she
Right.
goes higher from there. And all I was thinking yesterday when I saw it was, God, her husband, he must have a tough time with this. Like if I were married to her, like I don't like it when I do it to my boys and they tell me, Mom, please don't yell at us. Because I can you know me as a super quiet, passive person. But when I get upset or frustrated, I'm female stuff. It's male
You're not a
female
passive
situation.
person. What are you talking about?
I'm
You're
pretty
not
passive,
passive at all. What are you?
passive aggressive. I try not to do that. I just
All
think
right, get back
passive.
to the topic here. All right, get moving on.
I'm just
Moving on.
saying.
Moving on.
I'm a little passive. I can be passive. But no, my point being is these gals, these Dems holding these conferences, they're going to be every day now. Hakeem Jeffries, all those guys. Um, I guess when you don't have constructive things to say to somebody, even when I was like raising my voice at the boys over the years, they say that's coming from no, it's not a constructive place to be. And when they're screaming at us about this fighting in the streets again that Maxine started in 2020 with COVID and raising the
Right.
arm and taking the resistance to the people in the neighborhoods and the communities. Um, I don't know. It just seems like they're setting themselves up for failure again, in my estimation. I don't want to be critical of a whole group of people, but that's what I think is
Right.
happening. I think is happening.
Well, but talks like a duck, walks like a duck, flies like a duck. That whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and call it a pigeon. I mean, come on, it's a duck. We know exactly what they're doing. They're all idiots.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Okay, I had this conversation with Larry today. He goes like, he's like, really? I'm like, well, no. He goes like, well, these people are like all in on it. I said, no, there's useful idiots. So people like Elon Omar and AOC who think they just love me. I'm eaten up by the public. They just love everything I say. Well, they let those people just run out there and create the distractions and the rebuffs and all that other stuff while the establishment, the deep state, continues to do their work on the backside. So they give Elon Omar some money, they give AOC some money, and they run out there and go, oh, rah, 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 rah. And they don't realize that they're just doing the bidding of others, and they think they're empowering, but they're just being ran out there like fools. So a lot of the people that are playing their part have no idea they're playing it. They're just being useful idiots.
Yeah,
So
the gallery behind these loud voices, I was looking at them yesterday as well. It's funny you say that because the gals in front who want to make the noise the loudest, they're screaming, and the
right,
people behind are so quiet. And Chuck Schumer's like, we will win. We will win. And I just want to tell Chuck Schumer, you guys just lost. That's not, yeah,
He
that's not going to be your rally
when he
cry. At
was
least,
when he was doing he doesn't raise his
yeah.
arms his elbows above his shoulders. He's all I'm
Well,
like
now, listen, listen. Some of us are like, I got two torn shoulders. So in his defense, and he's
no,
older than me by at
no,
least 20 years.
no,
Maybe
no. We're
he's
not
got
giving him
some.
an excuse. No, no,
Hey,
he's just
listen,
an idiot.
we don't judge. We don't judge.
He's an idiot.
We're not judgers.
I'm judging him. I am judging him. I am saying he's an idiot.
We're not
We
supposed to
won't
judge.
quit. We won't quit, or whatever. Remember he
Yeah,
changed
we
the
will
chant in the
win.
middle. He started with one.
Dude, we will win. We won't quit. I know. It's like, don't quit. It's a show. We love it. It's free movie night every day, all
Yeah,
day long. You don't even have to pay your $20 at the box
yeah,
office. You can get your free popcorn from your pantry, and your bathroom is super handy.
yeah,
And you can watch the show 24/7 because they're holding massive amounts of press conferences to get their message out, right? Luckily, only I think like 28% of the people right now are listening to their message, and the other uh, all the other people have already moved over to MAGA or Maha or both, or one or the other so far. I think Maha
yeah.
first for a lot of middle of the road. They're at Maha stage and they're just seeing like, oh man, red dye number three already off the books in 2 years. And oh yeah, 12 minutes left. I got you.
No, no. What I was going to say is, in 12 minutes is when RFK's vote will be coming up in the Senate, because the filibuster runs out at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Really?
You know that, right? So in about 12 minutes, they'll be voting on him. RFK. Yeah, the filibuster ends at 7 o'clock Eastern.
Are they? So I'm going to
So I guess it'd be
C-SPAN.
2 hours, hour and 15 minutes.
All right, so I'm going to C-SPAN Live, which I go to very often every single day, and C-SPAN 2. If you guys
Oh
don't watch,
yeah,
I highly recommend C-SPAN, C-SPAN 2. If you have a subscription to DirecTV or Cox or whatever your local person is, you just log in through them on your phone. I watch it all the time. I'm kind of a
hmm
total C-SPAN nerd, but I
oh
love the
yeah.
live. Love it. You can see how they really behave. Debate for White House budget director. Oh yeah, they don't want to put him through either. They don't like any budget and talk whatsoever. They hate the budget
Oh,
discussions. So they're against this budget guy,
money,
Doug.
money, money.
And so I don't see, they
Yeah,
don't have it front and center. Oh, live J. Oh, here it is. Oh, it looks like something just finished on the RFK hearing. So that is on a high break. What time is it there? It's almost 6 o'clock there. Um,
yeah.
Senate
I think
Finance
it's. I
Committee.
think it's at 7 o'clock.
So
Yeah.
Senate Finance Committee to vote on RFK confirmation. It's live in the chamber right now, but it's not occurring. So we'll check back. Maybe tomorrow we'll have an update on that, which we'll all see
Yeah.
tonight. So I think he's gonna get through. Tulsi got through, as you know. Pam Bondi got through. I'm sure Kash Patel is gonna get through.
Right.
I don't think he's gonna pose. If Fetterman is on our train, which he was, and he's voting yes on our nominees. I feel like, hey, who's this? I haven't met him before.
Say hi, Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi, hi,
Tony's with
Tony.
Fresh Mouth. Him and Larry do Fresh Mouth. So he's here,
Oh,
and I just thought I would. This is the guy who drove the midnight shift for me last night. I did the first 15. He did the last 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, it was like 2 minutes. He showed up late.
I know, you
So
guys. You
he's
guys
always
need to
very punctual at the end.
you need to do a round
Huh?
robin of driving. That's good. Give him a
Ron
break.
Robin, what? Oh,
Driving.
driving? Nah, I just sit there. I just sit there and stare out the front window. It's fine.
He stares at me.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
very good.
TMI.
Yeah. Yay. Anyway, I thought that would be fun.
Oh yeah, you
So
can go to
anyway,
Robert.
you were talking about something.
Robert's going to
So
go to split screen. I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but he's going to do something. So let's see what that looks like. I'm learning. Oh, that's just you and me, Jim. Oh,
yeah.
there you go. Cool. So it's just so I'm looking at Zoom, but so we're three because I see Robert, but then you and me online is actually okay. Anyway, people don't need to know my challenges, but that's just one of them. So anyway, the other thing I do want to mention, so I'm here in Arizona and I am the co-chair of the Phoenix chapter for Independent Women's Network. And I've been with them for a couple of years now. And yesterday, for those of you who did watch the Title IX executive order being done in the middle of the
That was
day with
great.
Trump,
It was
was it
great. I
great? So
love it.
all
Oh yeah.
people behind
There were little
behind
girls there. Little girls. like
Oh,
elementary
yeah.
school girls that were there. It was so amazing. That was beautiful.
They were amazing. And oh, I should have given this. I do have this for you, Robert. I wonder if you can do this real quick for me. Hi, Robert. First of all, Robert helps me for free. I try to give him a donation whenever possible, which is going to be coming your way, by the way. Just FYI, don't think it's not. Because I just throw stuff at him. Here, I'm going to throw this at you, Robert, right now in the time we have left, and see if you can put it up. It's just a still of yesterday because I took a shot because all the ladies behind Trump are a lot of ladies I know from Independent Women's Network. Kim Fletcher from Moms for America was back there. Didn't see her on screen, but he actually gave her a shout out. Sage Steele got a shout out, who I actually just met when you and I were at the inauguration a couple weeks ago. And she was given a little like pat on the back. Also, Carolyn Levitt had her in the press room yesterday, and she also shouted her out, had her stand up. So Sage Steele transferred over from ESPN from years of with them, and now she's one of us. And so she'll be a great, strong, I guess, Black conservative voice. Not that the Black part matters. She's a beautiful woman. Very, very nice, very super polite when I met her. And so she'll be a great person to have. I know Kim Klacik also was at the inauguration at the Black Conservatives Ball, and she's been out there for a few years. I met her about 4 years ago when she started her race for Congress and didn't make it. But so we've got all these really amazing women circling around. And yesterday was no different with this signing of the EO. And so Independent Women's Network, Voice, and Forum have been fighting this since Biden started letting men go into locker rooms and traumatizing girls as young as, 10, 11, 12 years old, fully stripping down. Riley Gaines was our first to bring that to light. Paula Scanlon, though, has also spoken out about that over the years. Peyton McNabb is the lovely young girl who got spiked in the face with the volleyball. She was behind Trump yesterday. She still has some issues. She's in college, but she has, some accommodations she's had to put together for herself in college because the damage was very extensive. And oh, I didn't hit send. Darn it, Robert. I had it in the dang it, text. There you go. When you said here, LOL. So yeah, so what Trump did yesterday essentially is he in one day, one swoop of the pen, hopefully they're going to put this in as an actual law and not just these EOs are fantastic for a temporary fix, but by the authority vested in President Trump by the Constitution. We haven't talked about that. We will one day. And to protect the opportunities for women and girls to compete in safe and fair sports. It's ordered that Title IX has removed all men from locker rooms and sporting events, including he is calling on the Olympic Committee yesterday, NCAA. They're sticklers about allowing men to compete against women still. I don't know, like some kind of weirdness is going on with these sporting agencies that they think that's a good thing, or they don't have daughters or something. I don't know, or they don't like women, something along those lines, these
Right.
men that organizations. But preserving fairness and safety seems pretty basic, and that starts right away. So we are going to see a lot of people get mad. The Olympic committees, I'm sure, are going to be scrambling. But luckily, Trump's in charge of that this year and coming up, I guess, in when is the Olympics? Next year, 26, I think.
So
So
now think about this. If we make Title IX a law where men cannot compete against women, when the Olympics is here, it will be the law of the land, and they will not be allowed to have women competing against men in the Olympics because it is our
it will put
law.
it into law. So
The
we need not the
Yeah,
EO.
if we make it into law, yeah. If we make it into law, we can actually keep the Olympics from allowing that to happen.
Right. So that's what our
It's the law of
congressmen
our
now
land, right?
for. They need to do their job. A lot of new congressmen this year. And so they really need to get on board and get this stuff moving, keep it moving as fast as he is putting it in place so that the momentum stays there and they can get it passed in and out of House and Senate. So on the picture that Robert queued up for me, you can see Coach Kim here in the red over Trump's shoulder. She's amazing. She is such an advocate. She coached for years. Paula Scanlon in dark hair is right behind her. A very loud voice with Riley Gaines, who is actually on his other shoulder. You can't see Riley. And then Peyton McNabb is kind of in the back row off his right shoulder, and she's a short one in the back by the flags. And then Victoria Cooley, she's in the white pantsuit in the middle. She's our she runs Independent Women's Network. She's the one of the heads of the ship, if you will, and Independent Women's Forum and Voice also. And they help craft legislation in Congress back there in DC on a regular basis. And they're just advocates in general for all things women. What are you doing? So silly.
Don't wave back at me. I didn't expect you to wave back.
Well, you waved that way back.
I
That's
was
called being
waving at the
polite.
audience.
3 minutes.
All
Would you
right.
want me to?
Very good. Well, you got to
Uh,
do your outro. You got to do your outro. So I will let you
this is
go.
oh
And
oh no.
thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jim.
you're on your own. This is free will in it, boys and girls. Hey, real quick, guys, thank you for being a part of the show today. It was awesome. Thank you for watching my camera jiggle all around and do all this. I do appreciate you guys being a part of the show. And remember, I'm trying to do things out here so that we can keep this going and keep this message going forward because it's absolutely necessary. It's not something that we can kind of do or get around to it, or we'll get around to it in the next election. We all know that. We know that we hold the line, hold fast, do not give up, do not give in. We will win. I promise. I make promise I can't keep, guys. We won the election, which was really just a coin flip of the Super Bowl, which is our country. So think about it in the way that we're going into the Super Bowl this weekend. And it's a whole idea, oh, yeah, Super Bowl, this and that. But think about that Star Spangled Banner. Think about those sea to shining sea, right? Our
We
country is
took
worth
that
it. And we have to put that effort into it. We have to do it. There's no more screwing around. There's no more
one more
maybes.
time.
And
One more
guys,
time.
I hope that I can bring back things with you guys. I can bring back things with you guys from this event that'll help me be better for you guys. And Noelle is stepping in for me to do this. And it gives me a better to be able to talk and not just be doing something weird on the phone. So thank you, Noelle, for doing what you're doing. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. And guys, remember, this is our country. This is our republic. So stand up for it. All
Oh,
right. I'm
Jim.
emotional. I'm tired. I
I
gotta
think
go.
he
So
you do
anyway,
it for 10
I'm
hours
just
straight. Now,
tired.
I think you might have just done my
Yeah.
outro for me because I can't memorize all that. I don't know how he does it every single day. I listen to it, I listen to the words, and it's so impactful. And I think, dang, who wrote that for you, Jim? How'd you come up with that? It says a lot in a short amount of time about everything that we
Yeah.
need to pay attention to.
It's
I would
everything.
say this. You guys get involved wherever you are. Whenever you see this, just find your resources in your city, town, state, communities, neighborhoods. Talk to your neighbors. Just start there.
Yeah.
Find your legislative districts, get involved as a precinct committeeman as I am, or state committeeman. You vote for the people who run your state and run your counties. And it's really nice to have a place when Jerry Sheridan is our new Maricopa County Sheriff, and I know him, he happens to be in my district. It's nice to know the people who are really taking care of us and that you have access to them and you can weigh in various methods. So I highly encourage you to try to get involved in 2025 if you want to change your life and your family's life and their future and your kids' futures and your grandkids. The only way to do is encourage them to find those resources that they can really truly make a difference. We can post all day long on our social media and we might have 3 people or 3,000 people that look at something or share something. But honestly, unless it's a legislative situation and you're talking to your lawmakers, that only moves the needle within our little chat groups. And I don't think we're changing each other's minds because we all believe that this should be a free world and a constitutional land with rules, laws, and order and a strong police department. I know Jim has other feelings about this a little bit, but I'll just say this. We love our law enforcement here. I respect them. We need them. If only to get the criminals out right now. That's a
Oh
great
yeah, we
start.
do need them.
Yeah, if you don't like law enforcement, look at what they're doing now and look at how they're saving your community from gangs.
Right.
And just know that they're putting their life on their line every time they knock on a door, whether it's Trende Aragua or whether it's the domestic abuser who just hit his wife over the weekend and they got a call. He has guns too, and they often shoot at cops. So be thankful. Tell them when you see them that you are. Be thankful that you're here today, that we're in America, and that we have President Trump in office with a handy dandy group of new installs that are going to make our country the best it can be going forward. So thank you, Jim, for having me. It's the Jim Price Show Daily Update
Yeah, thank
number
you.
11 something. Patriot Mom, Patriot underscore Mom 007, all my channels. Please find me. Please tune back in Monday. I'll be back. Jim will be back with me. He'll give us an update on the Health Expo in LA and we'll just go from there. So have a great day, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, tomorrow, Friday. Shoot, it's Thursday. See you tomorrow. For
Monday.
now, it's
Mon-
Tomorrow's Friday.
It's Friday. We'll see you Monday. Today's Friday or tomorrow's
Friday.
Friday?
We're going to see you tomorrow,
Tomorrow's
and
Friday.
then we're going to see you Monday.
Okay.
So anyway, signing off for now, guys. See you soon. Bye.